From our years of reporting crime in this country, most of the suspects spoken to confessed learning the ropes of armed robbery, so to speak, while they were kid bus conductors, staying under the bridges scattered in our major cities as touts, political thugs, and sleeping in marketplaces and sniffing drugs.
What will be your name?
Ahmed Tijani.
What will be your age?
I'm 18 years.
You go school?
Yes.
How you take enter road?
It's blessing helping work, conductor work. Push me to this line.
When you say line, what do you mean?
You rob me now. Fine. Then the conductor work is not pay me. The money I'm collecting in my organ. Then by that time I start to pickpocket. Every day they take me to station. I just embargo the work. My oga that time he can't call me back, say me I'll come because we live the same area. Then one time come reach, he won't come sell down in motor where they take, we no see anybody again. About that time he call all of us together, saying he will lead us. Say make him go the rob by that time. Then we are too small by that time. And 16 years. Then he encouraged us, like we do like this. All of us by that time. Then now, when we start, it's taking us go. My first job by that time is inside house, so it's not bank. I collect like a 30,000 by that time.
How you take enter the house? How you take enter the house?
He seen first front to enter the house, then he tell me, now this like this gun I hold by that time. He said I should stay outside watching. If I see one person shouting only, I don't come inside, but I come and call it. Then we come out inside the room. Nobody shouting only. Then we go easily. They give me 30,000. The 30,000 by that time, I use it to buy clothes. Fine. When they see me, they say, Ahmed, you are a fine boy now. I'm happy. Say I'm fine boy. Now, small, we're starting. They will not allow conductor to sleep in garage. In the night, they can come and wake them, say, oh yeah, come on, let us go. I encourage them anyhow. Then they will know, say they will not go. When they know have where they can sleep.
State and federal government really has to look into the activities of transport union, ethnic militia, political thugs, and outlaw child conductors. Government should also, as a matter of urgency, outlaw anyone from sleeping under the bridges and in the motor parks. This is where the State Ministry of Environment has to come in. Find an alternative to operators of refuse wheelbarrows, as it has been discovered that hoodlums keep their weapons in the dustbin and use refuse wheelbarrows to afford mobility to such arsenal. They also use informants and spies, some of who poses as bricklayers, carpenters, or even electricians to gain access to homes and acquire knowledge of the layout of house and property therein before a raid is carried out. The truth of the matter is that an idle mind is a devil's workshop. If jobs are created for most of our employed youths and the economy improved upon, people will resort to sleeping with their two eyes firmly closed, and there will be no need for security lights, no high fences or gates in our houses. But not until then we will be able to shout uhuru, robbery has been reduced to its barest minimum. This is a food for thought for the new political office holders as they assume office on May 29, 2003. Reduction of crimes in our society should be their priority.
You've just watched our special documentary on the evolution of armed robbery in Nigeria in the last 3 decades. What you're about to see next is an exposition on 2 suspected fraudsters whose activities, like Siamese twins with armed robbery, has cost Nigeria a lot in bad publicity before the international community. What kind of man would invite fraudsters to dupe his friend? What kind of friend would want to see his benefactor go through pain just because he needed money? Sit back and listen to Yomi Olayinka and Peter Ishiwuzo as they confess to defrauding their friend Abayomi of the sum of 480,000 naira. Only on Crime Fighters.
We received an information about some of these fraudsters who parade themselves as agents of banks and other financial institutions. And they came to Ikoyi and lured somebody that they have a business for about 4 million naira, and if he can finance it, he'll get about 8 million naira out of the business. Unknown to the guy, to the complainant, they have an ulterior motive. Their intent is to defraud him of his hard-earned money, because the complainant has just returned from the United States of America, and which they knew that the guy has come back with money. They collected the sum of 480,000 naira, waiting to collect yet another 3.2 million naira from him. It was at that process that we got the information and we moved him, and all of them were arrested.
So how many of the suspects in particular?
2.
My name is Peter.
Peter who? Shoes on. What brought you to police station?
It's a business transaction between me and one Mr. Bolaji, who called me on the phone that they had so thing and other thing that they had $1 that they wanted to print.
Bolaji called you. He has $1.
He called me on the phone and told me that they wanted to print it, that I should come down.
Okay.
Which he booked an appointment with me.
How did you get to know Bolaji?
Well, he called me. I never knew him from Adams. He called me on the phone.
So how did he get your phone?
And how did I know that he got my phone is through my friend, because I believe that they had my phone and they told him that so person can help them out, as in what they have at hand.
So what do they have in hand?
It was when I get to them that I got to know that they have dollars that they said that they wanted to print.
Now when you say your friend, which friend?
It was Shegun.
Tell us what transpired that day.
Well, he came. He now told me that.
Who told you?
Bolaji himself.
Okay.
Now told me that he had. Immediately he came. He flashed my phone. You understand? He now said, "Okay, you are Mr. Lola." I said, "Yes." We now greeted. He said I should come in. He asked me to come into his car. I said, "No, there is no point of sitting in his car. What's the problem?" He now told me that, "Okay, we should go in." We now went in. We sit down. He now told me that he had some that he wanted to print out, and that he wanted to print it. I said, I don't really know much about it, but let me see what I can do.
Go on, we're hearing you.
So he now said, okay. So I now told him, I later now called him. He now gave me his phone number. I now called him. I told him that okay, that I now told him on my own that this thing is going to cost us 280 naira, 280,000 naira.
Is that the figure you told him?
That's the figure I told him. He said okay, that I should not worry, that next time we are seeing that he's going to give me the money.
Now, how many you were printing? How many pieces were you supposed to print for 280,000 naira?
I don't know the whole quantity of what he has, but he was telling me that it should be up to 2.5. So he now gave me a call that I should come and collect the money, which he gave to me.
How much?
280.
So what did you collect from him? What was, you see, now you have told us there was an agreement, come and collect 280,000 naira. How, now that you have collected 280,000 naira, how many pieces were you supposed to print?
He was expecting the whole thing to be printed. Yes.
The whole thing, how much? The total, how much was it?
He was telling that the whole thing was 2.5.
2.5 what? 2.5
million dollars.
Dollars, billion dollars.
Yes, sir.
Now, and you felt you had the capacity to do it?
Because actually, I know that I don't have the capacity, I don't have the machine or anything to do, but I know that this thing is not something that I can do. So, but it's still he was so inquisitive to see that the whole thing went through.
Mm-hmm. So go on, let's hear.
So he now gave me the money. So later I now come back to him that what happened is that there's something that we are going to buy.
And what was that?
That we are going to buy powder, which he agreed.
What kind of powder?
I told him that is powder that we are going to use to mix the whole paper. So that I just told him one thing, and he said okay, that there's no problem. And which I told him that the powder is going to cost us 3.5, scare him away whether it will leave me. He now said okay, that there is no problem, that I should go, that anytime we see again, you understand, that he's going to give me a call.
Now you collected 480,000 naira. So when you collected the initial 280, when did you come back to collect the remaining 200,000?
I did not collect 200,000 from him.
He said you collected 480,000 naira, close to 500,000.
Which you agreed in your statement.
Personally,
Yes.
it's not in my statement.
Now, you don't print money. So you collected that money with the intent to print money for him. Is that?
It is.
Now, when you collected 280,000 naira, did you deliver?
I did not, because it's not complete. The procedures, or to say, I don't know how to put it.
What's the procedure?
Because I told him that we are going to buy the powder, which he agreed. He even told me that okay, that he's going to give me a call when the money is ready.
Is Shegun aware that you collected money from Bolaji?
Of course, Shegun is aware.
And he knew that you will not deliver?
Shegun knows. Not really that I have the intention. Mm-hmm. But it's like the way he was so inquisitive that we should help him, that I should help him out.
Mm-hmm. Help out like how?
As in printing it. It's like he holds. I don't know. My own is just to help them to print out. Maybe he said that they wanted to print it because they called me. I don't know how come and other things. He gets to be like he was saying that he told me that he's a banker. That the very first day we met, he was telling me that he's a banker, that he's a staff of the so bank. I said, which bank? He said I should not bother, that he got it from his bank and place of work. So
since I know that okay, it's none of my business, I didn't bother to continue to questioning him. Because I know that I'm not going to do, but I know that it's an offense, and I did not print it for him. That's why he said that I duped him.
Then why did you collect money from him?
And because I know that it's an offense, that I won't do it.
So why didn't you return the money? If you know you won't do it. Okay.
Because he was pesting that he wants to do it.
Do they force you to do it? Why didn't you return the money? Look, I can't do this thing.
It's like this is somebody that is thirsty, and you are giving him water to drink. Definitely he's going to drink it.
So you are the supplier of water. You are the supplier, or you are the one thirsty now.
It's like he has the water and I'm thirsty, and he's giving me water to drink.
So you collected the water. Now, how did you share the 280,000?
Out of the 280,000, my share was 110.
Where the other money went to where?
The other money went to Shegun.
How much did Yomi get?
I just removed the 110 and I gave it to them. I gave it to them. I didn't know how they.